Hi, and welcome to Classic Shaving in Norwegian. Well, it's not anymore, is it? I've been doing this just for a few months. Decided to do this as a project to get my technique back when it comes to safety razors and shaving, and figured that I might just film it, talk to people, and see if this is something that I might be doing for a while yet. Been interested in classical shaving since at least 2012, 2013, and been shaving with safety razors. Tried my hand at straight razors and chavettes. Haven't been able to build any technique on that yet, so it usually ends in blood and gore, but still working on my safety razor skills. Thought I'd just make an introductory video in English and take it from there. Chosen a few of my favorite items today. As just about any other person using a safety razor, a fat boy is either on the list of razors to get or on the list of razors that you find very, very nice to shave with. Chosen my trusty old Tabac soap and are breaking in a new Wolfix boar brush. No, not a boar, sorry. It's a Best Badger, if I'm not mistaken. Pure Badger, sorry. And I've loaded up Astra Blade, Astra SP, the green one. And have a few days of growth now, so we should at least see a difference when I'm done, hopefully. There's a bit of water in my face, and see if you can't. Yeah, this should do it. I normally face lather. Gives me a feeling of really working the soap and working the skin, so that everything is prepared as best I can. As I said, I've been doing the filming part. I've been doing for a few months, and been commenting and talking to my fellow Norwegians. There are quite a few of us, so I'm really curious as to whether I might get any hits on the page doing this in English instead. And if you have any comments, please don't hesitate. Any questions? Sure, fire away. So let's see. I'm just cranking this up to 9. With a few days of growth, I think that's where it should be. Just here goes. As about 1 million of YouTubers have said before you, it's important to stretch the skin. I'm able to do that on my cheeks, but otherwise that is one of the areas where my technique is really, really poor. So, and we all do have our challenges when it comes to wet shaving. Mine is to get the chin all right because of the changing angle all the time, and it feels like the razor doesn't bite as well when I go over my chin. So still might be a technique related thing. So until I've tried it all, I'm gonna blame every bad result on bad technique. So no bad blades, no bad razors, only bad technique. although I've tried blades that I felt tried to kill me. It's not my trouble area. And one of my greatest challenges when it comes to wet shaving is the different ways that my beard grows. You might see that I shave downwards, and that is for me not necessarily a complete with the grain shave, but I tend to veer off a topic quite a lot, and not only when I talk, but when I think. So I've just made it easy for myself. I'll shave downwards, left to right, right to left, upwards. Doing it like that, I do pretty much the same thing every time, and I should be able to cover most of the directions my beard is growing. Still, I have a few areas where I always get a stubble, so accomplished the elusive BBS maybe one time in my life, and that was actually the first time I shaved with a Gillette old type. I must say I also felt quite raw, so I believe I took at least as much skin as I did hair. But that was a shave that lasted me for a good 24 hours. Haven't been able to replicate that, unfortunately. So, okay, let's see. Good first run. We'll just ladder up and do it one more time. I've seen quite a few approaches to filming the shave process, and I know that the format of my video is poor, but that is because I've hung my phone from a mirror rack. It's the adjustable mirrors that you can extend, and I have the holder for my phone has just a small ring on the backside, so I just tethered it on in the mirror. So if I'm not careful, it'll just fall down and break on the bathroom floor. So I'm not able to do it the correct way, but I've got plans to maybe invest in some holder that will allow me to get the correct format so you can watch it on something other than a telephone. And I find that around the mouth there are so many different angles, so it's very easy to just add a bit pressure to get it all, often resulting in if not bleeding, so very sore skin. So I'm trying with a light touch today. Hopefully I can go to work and look my best even without small paper dots all over my face. So watching old movies, I never really understood the scenes with the dad of the house coming out of the bathroom with small paper dots all over his face, but after a recent experience with a Chevette, I understand perfectly well. So I'm just adding a bit of water and trying to keep as much of the slickness from the soap as I can. So I know a lot of people have trouble doing more than a couple of passes due to razor burn and such. So I guess my skin is quite resilient when it comes to that. Because I can easily do a 4-pass shave and still be human. No problem. That is the other reason for my strict method when it comes to the shaving, because I have quite poor memory, so I tend to forget or lose myself in my thoughts. Before I know it, I don't remember which way I've shaved or not, unless I have a distinct pattern to work through. So I've been on the Norwegian videos I made, I've been going through a sample pack with a bunch of blades that I ordered a while ago, and there's something about it, but this is close to my perfect combination: the Fat Boy on setting 9 and the Astra blade. So I'm not entirely sure how they compare, but the flare tip, the red tip, is supposed to be quite aggressive. But to date, I've never been able to get a good shave out of that. I've got a decent shave, but not a good one. I'm not sure if it's my technique or if it's the combination of blade and razor that hasn't been optimal. Don't know, but it's quite exciting to test different combinations to see what really works. And I mean, after collecting razors for quite a while, I think I've got close to 80 razors, 77 by the last count. I think I've got a few duplicates, of course, but that would keep me going for a while if I were to test every razor with all the blades that I've got to date. Well, then I don't need to get any more shaving equipment ever again, I think. I think I've used 6 or 7 years on this pack of tobacco soap, of course with a few others in the mix during that time, but still, one pack of soap. Had it for 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. So. Any other tobacco fans out there? When I first was introduced to the soap, I thought it smelled a lot. I didn't like the smell particularly. But it has grown on me. I think it's the combination, because it's quite easy to lather up. It gives a very nice lather with a good slickness without being too thick. And it gives, yeah, it works quite alright. And it is actually the only soap that I'm able to source locally. I still have one perfume shop that has a small shelf with soaps and shaving stuff for men. So, okay, let's see what we've got here. It's not a perfect shave, but this will certainly do. I've got, okay, so this area here, I'm actually going to go over that once more. I know it's a gamble, probably give me razor burn as nothing else, but we'll try it, because very sad to have an otherwise more or less perfect shave, and then you have one rough patch. So we'll say that that is as good as we're going to get today. 4 passes. I feel that I'm slightly tender in a few areas of my face, but I have to say I'm quite satisfied. And if you have, as I said, any comments, any tips, tricks, anything you'd like to say, just pop me a message in the comments, and have a nice day.